Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rudy, your host for today's webinar. Thank you for standing by and welcome to ISRI India webinar on Optimize Your Operations for Business Success with ArcGIS Network Analyst. In today's webinar, we will explore how you can define your data, do analysis, and optimize powerful geospatial decisions using ArcGIS Network Analyst extension. The speaker for today's webinar is Mr. Krishna Rao and Ms. Mayuri Bhattacharya. Krishna Rao is a senior technology architect and has more than 18 years of experience in the field of GIS. Mayuri is currently working as manager technical service at ISRI India. She is cartographer with double MS degrees in geospatial science from USA and in geography with specialization in cartography from India. She has also co-authored geography textbooks for high school students. For the duration of presentation, all participants' line will be in listen-only mode. We also have a panel of ISRI India experts on call to answer any queries you may have. We will have the Q&A session post the presentation. Meanwhile, if you have any question, you may also send them across to all panelists using the chat window on the right-hand side of your console. Our teams are hosting this webinar from their home environment. We have planned this event to ensure minimal disruptions to the service during the event for your seamless experience. In case we face any unexpected disruption, please be patient and we would take the necessary steps to restore the service immediately. So now, without further delay, I would like to hand over the proceedings to the esteemed speaker, Mr. Krishna Rao from ISRO India. Mr. Rao, welcome to the program. You're now ready to begin.
Thank you, Rudy. So good morning, all. This is Krishna Rao again. And this is the series of webinar which ESRA has been conducting over the last few months. So today we would like to introduce you to the capabilities of network analysis using our latest desktop, the ArcGIS Pro, and also want to show you the benefit of what ESRA online routing services can give you when in such case that you don't have your own route network for your own analysis. So let me dive in through this. We have typically different kinds of users who want to use the network data. So when I say network, here it's all about the road networks, which we are talking in about. Something similar can be also be planned for other networks also, if you wish to do that. So here you see the first one is the ArcGIS Pro, where this becomes the heart of your entire network analysis. And this is the place where you build your network data sets. And once this data sets is being done, you can do all your network routing analysis also in there. And since this particular tool of ArcGIS Pro helps you build these network data sets, we call this as a professional GIS because there are many aspects which needs to be considered while you are building your network data sets. So once you have this kind of a data set, you can host and you can share the same network with a knowledge worker who is down at the field. He can use a field app or he can use a simple browser or any of a custom mobile apps to consume the same network and do his field analysis or update his field works. Similarly, many of the people who want to have very fine size and they want to build your own custom maps on their enterprise or in their web environment, we also provide you all the web services to do this. And in order to host all this, you all know our portal for ArcGIS comes in very handy. So it's not only portal, you want to wish to not to invest in any of your own infrastructure, you can use our ArcGIS Online too. So here, this is the deployment option. So we have both the options. You can deploy this, made it available on cloud or on premise. And this is what a traditional ESRA architecture looks like when you're doing it. And this is where we host all our routing analysis, which can be consumed by our latest Pro or a web or a mobile device. So that's why, when we are putting this in an enterprise environment, now you need not have to use the tools which are there in your Pro, or you don't want to use it. You can use everything on enterprise, host your custom workflows, everything on an enterprise, and those can be consumed across your organization. So there are two flavors to it. So one flavor of RGS Online where these are the scenarios where you want to use when you don't have your own network data set. So ESRA provides you this facility to consume ISRI's online routing services, and use of this actually bans you for credit transactions. So for every small route, there is a small credit transaction which you have to spend about. And the other bigger benefit, it is automatically updated. You need not have to worry about the highway routes or all these things getting built. And there is a time period, there is a time span specifically from which the history keeps it updated. You cannot create any custom network data. What you want to do for probably your project needs it. It may not be there. And there are some max limits are there for the solving of the route. But when you come to RGS Enterprise, you have a cost of ownership, which you all know. There is a hardware, software, data, and time, which is there. These can be avoided at this place. Here, another biggest thing is you need to update your highways and keep your data update. Otherwise, the network route doesn't make much sense. Plus, yes, but where you can think of using enterprise is where you have a custom network data sets. Probably a very, very micro level network analysis we want to do it. Probably a village level, village street level routing if you are trying to look in for, or a very micro level routing. That's place probably this can actually help you out. And then you can customize your services as you wishes, or probably your project demands a certain SLAs. At that point, RGS Enterprise can come very handy to you. So these are my network analysis capability in my network analysis tool here. And you can see we offer you 8 different routes here, which can be used in, from a simple route to optimized route to service area, location allocation. We will discuss this about in detail in the subsequent slide. And this is the place where our ISRI's online traffic service can also be consumed, and you can use this traffic analysis in your analysis. It would be interesting when my colleague Mayuri will be demonstrating to you how she is going to take traffic also into consideration. And then we give you options to configure different travel modes. Are you going by a car or by a walking or by a truck? You can also configure your commercial grade routing impedances, like one way, no U-turns, like you have a restriction of a height. All of those things can be done. And then you can also incorporate your barriers. And network analyst is smart enough to actually avoid barriers and provide you a route. And then you come into this, we give you a very step-by-step directions, which can be used in to navigate along. So in the traffic aware place whereby network online and routing services gives me, it has an historic of 15-minute intervals. You have a live, observed of 5-minute intervals and a predictive of 5-minute intervals. And now this is like we have gone modified to plus minus 12 hours and the future also 15-minute intervals. That's the beauty of this particular online service, which typically and normally anything which will not be available at your desk if you are trying to do this. So here when you say this, those capabilities which you have seen in now. So here I classify them as service coverage. If I want to do a cover, how far my service can be covered. We'll be talking about those examples like service area. So when I want to look for optimization, where I should allocate my best shop so that I have maximum reach. That's where my location allocation comes in hand. I have a vehicle route problem. I need to cover certain distances within certain time. How do I address it? My vehicle route problem tool comes into the game. Point-to-point routing, your route, closest facility, origin distance cost matrix, all of these things can actually play a role. So moving this is all the options where you can use. You should be able to know, you need to know what particular tool which actually gives you in there. So if you are using my RGS online map viewer or an RGS online route service within the Pro, you can perform route, closest facility, service area, multi-vehicle route location. So I have given a different names when I'm going to online. It's a custom thing, find nearest, drive areas, plan, choose best facilities and all. And you can also integrate real-time traffic. Whereas in Pro, you can do all of these stuff. And when coming to web API, we have different APIs which are available, which can be consumed, and you can build your own custom apps for this. So let me explain a brief about what is a travel mode. So here, basically when I'm trying to do it, as I was telling you, you can decide what kind of traveling you're trying to do, because this will have a many impact when you're trying to a truck distance or you're doing to a rural time, to a rural distance. All of these things can really have an impact. So you can model the specific vehicle type of travel, and you can also have a very specific routing behavior. Like if it is a rural route, the width is less. Probably it's a one way, or only a one vehicle can go at a time, or this being a narrow road. So those has an impedance on your network analysis. And the beauty is an administrator or the professional user can configure all this at the RGS Pro, and users can access this anywhere across. And across the platform, you have the same rule sets which follow it. So this actually helps you in consistency and standards. You can have immediate access, and you can mainly reduce the chance of that. So we give you many options. So some few which I mentioned, which are very commonly used in your travel mode. So one is a cost impedance. The cost impedance could be based on the distance, the time. So it depends again on your criteria, what you're trying to look at. Are you okay going? You're okay for a distance, but are you the time is the biggest criteria for you. Then, depending on vehicle and the road, whether U-turns are possible or not, this also will be there. And then again, hierarchy. So when you say hierarchy on, that means it is going to pick up only national highways, state highways, so that the the travel time can be reduced, and it actually solves much faster, and we have much lesser road there. But whereas it is off, it is actually considering every small route which is available to you. Similarly, restrictions. There may be a sudden blocks, or there may be a route where it was two-way but now has become one-way. Or there could be a restriction saying that only a certain amount of height can travel, or a load of a truck can actually travel. All of these things, when you incorporate in your network data set, that can where your real network analysis can actually happen. And that's where the flexibility is the RGS network analyst gives to you, and you can build using that. So some of those examples of how the network configuration, where it comes. So like there is a permit routing, we have height, weight, and turn radius. Emergency vehicle, it has to mandatory take U-turn at any road, should be able to accessible in every road. Biking. So if you want to take cycles like pedestrian segments, you don't have staircases or freeways, other stuff. Similarly, a vehicle with a four-wheel drive, avoid toll roads, ferry, walking, all of these stuffs can actually help you build this. And the beauty now, as I was telling you, RGS Pro itself provides you all the tools for doing your network analysis. It helps you to build that. We also build the tools which are built on your RGS Enterprise. You may have, these are something which are available out of box. You can build your custom route and share that as a web tools on your RGS portal, and this can be accessed across your organization. That's another part. Or it can be also on your portal or your RGS online, where you can share this, and users across or the global community can use if you're depending upon how you would like to share it. That is where the ISRI gives you a unique combination of using your own tools within your environment, or you can host it onto your online or a portal, and these tools can also be accessed as a web tools for your resolution. So let's look at one of the first examples of today. Like I have many of these routes, and I want to find the best optimized route for it. So this is where it has come. It is before optimization. But now what I have done, I have actually fixed all of the routes. I have corrected all my things. So here it was not allowing me. So there was no proper correction, and then we have fixed it. So that's how all of these things can be done. I can take a right turn, which was not allowed earlier. So these kind of options and the route correction, which we have done, which actually helps you doing route optimization. So let's look at the first demonstration of that today of how the route optimization can be done. How can we find a best route using this? So I'll request my colleague Mayuri to show us a demo of how a route can be using the RGS. Yeah, go ahead, Mayuri.
Thank you, Krishna. We will see now how to create the best route to your destination using ArcGIS Network Analyst extension. Here is the Wall Street map that is hosted in ESRI ArcGIS Base Map. I am taking network dataset for Delhi Gurugram where the state and national highways are highlighted. Here are the point of interest that I'm going to traverse today. Now I'm looking for ArcGIS Network Analyst to show me the best route for my places to traverse today. So here are the steps that we will do to have this route imported for the points of the stops to create the route. And once these are included in my feature class, I will have this run for my best route. You can see that this is the route best has been created by the software. Now, suppose there are some road blockage. Okay, so I see there is a road construction is happening in the highway. So once the road barrier is there, we will have this here. So now the software will create the best route accordingly and give me the shortest path. Line barriers, yes, and you can see here that the barrier was not properly created. So again, I will create the barrier. And the barrier is here. So I will see the change in the route with the software. Now it will show me avoiding this barrier. So what happens if I also want to change my destinations? Some of the inner stops I don't want to have. So I will have them deleted. And now I will run the route again to create the see. Now you can see that I have changed my stops, and that's why the route got changed too. So a simple tool, this is how under Network Analyst can help you to identify your best route in different scenarios. Over to Krishna.
Thank you, Mayur. So going forward, you would have seen how simple it is to actually use the route for that particular scenario. So now let's look at a second example of a service area. You know, there are so many delivery scenarios which actually come into this. So it could be a pizza delivery or a food delivery, or nowadays with a grocery delivery. So every shop would like to have maximum coverage. And you know that based on the day of the time, or based on the time of the day, the kind of area which can be serviced actually makes a lot of difference. A particular shop can probably at 12 noon can have maximum coverage, but at the same time in the 5 p.m. in the evening, it becomes a peak time, would have much lesser service area. It's a similar scenario you can think of for a hospital having a coverages for number of villages, or it could be a school which might be covering a certain of the zones which is there. So like this, there could be many examples where you would like to create a service area. And let's see how the ArcGIS Network Analyst can actually help you doing this. So Mayuri, can you again take us down to one of these scenario of how service area can be listed?
Thank you, Krishna. Let us see the service areas that are actually drive time polygons for the facilities in the study area. Here are three major hospitals located in dispersal of the region. Now with the Network Analyst, you can see how the service area for each hospital under 2 kilometer, 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer, like this way, we can have different service area. So here I am having my hospital layer into the feature class. And I will have the instruction for say 2 kilometer, then 5 kilometer, then 10 kilometer. These are the cutoffs, and I want some rings and overlap to create my service areas. And here is the symbols that you can see the difference of the layers. Now suppose I want to see some overlap with even more areas like 15 kilometer. In such case, this will increase. And I can see the overlap. If I want, I can see dissolve. And I can see even rings or discs like that. So this is how it changes the surface area. And you can select them to see this is dissolved. So this is no more a separate ones. And this is how we can also calculate away from the facilities or towards facilities. These are the several scenarios when, like school service areas, police station wise service areas for crime analysis, all these are applicable for this type of analysis. Over to Krishna.
Thank you, Mayur. So now let's look into another example of a closest facility. This is another network route problem which we try to address, and this is very commonly used in everybody's day-to-day life. And with the current scenario, we would like to look in for what is the nearest pharmacy which is available to me, or which is the nearest problem where I can have my food take away and all those things. Or it could be a scenario that you might have relocated to a new area and you would like to find the nearest schools and hospitals for your own family. And that's a place where the closest facility can actually come very handy to you. So here we give you an option to find the number of closest facilities which are closer to your place, and you can increase, like it could be 3, 4, 5. But the thing is, you need to have a best perfect network route, and the other dependent facilities also available with your map data in order to get these results subsequently. So I would like, again, there are many examples like what I have told you. This is what is being used by many of the people. So this can also be used in very effectively by you to find out the closest facility. So Mayuri, I would like you to again show us how this actually works.
Thank you, Krishna. Let us see the closest facility. When you need to find out nearby location of the facility, ESRI Network Analysis tool helps you to obtain this from your incident point. Here is an example. I was traveling along Delhi-Gurgaon highway, national highway, and near Manesar residential area, I felt emergency situation to search for severe pain relief medicines. So here is ESRI RGS network analysis that can help you with the closest facility to find out my nearest pharmacy from the incident location. So you can see here all the pharmacies are in the vicinity can be visible, but I am located in somewhere else where I would like to have my software to show me where to find my nearest pharmacy. So once I added pharmacy into the feature class layer, and then I will have, like, suppose I want to have only 5 kilometers to travel and I want at least 3 pharmacy near me. So my software will now show me, sorry, here again I'm doing it. I have to also set the travel mode. Like I want to drive, and that is happening with the cost of length and meters or distance. And I will run it. Before that, also I have to have my incident point located here. In the incident point, I will mention that, yes, I want to create the incident point. I will start creating, and by this time, I will also have my map locate my address of Manesar in Gurugram. So it will help me to have Manesar as my feature class to add it. Now what happens when I run this tool, then I can see that, yes, this is the closest path for the pharmacy. So here is one pharmacy, and I can go another pharmacy here to find out this. So another example for this can be like when you are search of ATMs in an emergency withdrawal of your cash, then also you can use this type of analysis. Also for find out some police stations near you to report an incident, you can use this example. Over to Krishna.
Thank you, Mayur. So now this is where you would have seen the example of how the closure facility was actually being tracked it out. So now let's look into the next part of location allocation. So this is again the service, how far it can be actually be used in. This is again a very interesting tool of location allocation, where from one particular point, how much area can be covered in, or which are the preferences where the user would like to, which actually go and attend it. So an example to this could be like there are options of multiple malls near to you, and you would like to see which area which is preferred to you, probably based on the interest of the kind of things you would like to procure, or it could be any other scenario. And this is again where you can actually use this location allocation tool very effectively. So again, I will request my colleague Mayuri to show a very quick demo of location allocation here.
Thank you, Krishna. So, see, ESRI RGS network analyst helps you to decide what is the best location. The network datasets store the locations and use the locations as candidates to choose the actual locations. Here, as you see, I have 22 local organic markets in the vicinity, and major demands for these markets come from the local residents. Now with ESRI RGS network analysis, we can do some location allocation to find out the best market as a chosen feature for the residents. So here we will import the market as facilities, and we will see how, with respect to the added demand points that is coming from the residents, and that will be identified with some weightage value, either as a rank or population size, to see how that is actually away from the facility. And suppose I want here within 10 kilometers, so 10,000 meter, and I want at least to show me 3 facilities in the maximum attendance. I will see now. So these are the, if I go to a closer view, you can see I have one organic market here, another organic market is here, and I have 3 residential area here. So based on the measure tool I said, like measure distance, if I measure from the market to the residence, as I said 10 kilometers, so 10 kilometer up and down is like 20 kilometer. So based on that, software is showing me all the locations, residential demand points for my study. And here it is about like in total 3 residences are about 28 kilometer, whereas here is also another market, but from here the distances to the residence points are more altogether. So software is helping me to identify the best chosen location. So this is a very good tool that can be useful for any kind of market analysis, shopping center or malls, or for any demand supply analysis. Over to Krishna for next.
Thank you, Mayuri. So now let's look at the next set of analysis. We call it as origin distance cost matrix. This is a very interesting tool where I would, if there are scenarios where we have to actually calculate a travel time or a distance between a set of origins or a set of destinations. So in this, we allow you to use the impedance of a time and distance or the number of destinations to be found. So you can see this is where, as a part of my point-to-point routing part, where I want to do it. So let's take an example, like you would have, you have reached a particular place, probably Delhi, and you would like to visit a number of tourist places. So there could be a chance that the places which you would like to be visiting might be much closer than from a different location than from where you are actually planning to go in. If you use the origin destination cost matrix tool, this can actually help you to find the minimum travel time or the distance, whichever is of a preference, based on your origin and destination, and actually generate you a perfect route for you. So this is a very effective tool when you want to do in this. So in this case, you can see these are all like the example of a store location and distance between each store, so people can actually pick up if a particular item is not available at the nearest store, they can go to the next nearest store to pick this. So that's how the origin destination cost matrix can actually play a very, very effective role in your analysis. I would again ask my colleague Mayuri to show a demo of this.
Thank you, Krishna. So see, the origin destination cost matrix solves the least cost paths along the network from multiple origins to multiple destinations. ESRI ArcGIS network analyst builds the best path for each origin destination pair, and the travel times and travel distance will be stored in the attributes of the output lines. Here is, for example, I have automobile factories like Maruti plants, Hero plants, etc. And suppose I am a car dealer and I have 9 stores in the vicinity. I would like to see the cost matrix using ESRI ArcGIS network analysis to show me the stores from the factories to deliver the vehicles cost matrix of the same. So here I will have my data imported. Like here I have all the factories that I will add in my layer. And I also have destinations like the stores that I will add in my layer. So now I want my cost matrix, like suppose I am looking for 50 kilometer area, and at least I want 3 of the stores to be included. And I want to see that. that these are the cost matrix. Now see, if I go to the lines and I can see the attribute table, I will find here that here is my Maruti plant 1 and here is my Hero plant 1. And I see store 4, store 5, store 6. All these are actually served by the Maruti plant 1. And also these are the stores where I see also Hero plant 1 is serving. So you can understand here with this type of cost analysis, cost matrix analysis, that 564 are having plenty vehicles from Maruti 1 plant 1, also from Hero plant 1. So the customers within 50 kilometer location of the factories and stores, they can have plenty to choose their selection. Similar business decisions are useful with the analysis like for any store and warehouse cost matrix. Thank you, Krishna. Over to you.
Thank you, Mayuri. So now let's look into another typical problem of vehicle route problem. This is a very, very interesting tool which we have introduced years back. And this is one of the tools which we used in one of our Government of India projects. You know, there was a task or a challenge where the milk collection unit or the milk chilling plant need to collect the milk from all their collection centers and should be able to reach to the chilling plant within 1 hour of the collection. And it has to cover all the villages which are surrounding to it. So their basic reason was how many vehicles would be required, and based on the seasons, how this can be varying. And that's a place where the vehicle route problem actually helped us a lot. And this is a place where we can see now, based on these collection centers, the route can be taken, and it is actually telling you to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it actually orders you. So you can see there is a vehicle which is there with an overlap on the same route, but we are suggesting to have a separate route. Similarly, there is an overlap here, but that's a separate thing. So this particular tool actually helps you doing model your field operations. You can incorporate your vehicle and driver characteristics. So vehicle could be like how much ton of the milk we actually can carry. So they're all cans. So what is the can capacity of the truck? So based on that, a vehicle has to be taken. If it is a very, very kacha road or a very road where it has to be terrain like all weather road of Indian situations, then we have to have a different kind of a vehicle to be incorporated. So this particular thing actually helped us to create and resolve this, and that's where the vehicle route problem helps. So in this scenario, you have to look here. We are already generating a predefined route, and this route is optimized for your vehicle and planning. So these are the defined routes, and these routes are given to your vendors and saying that you need to follow only this route, be whatever it is, you need to collect and come back. And that's how this particular tool actually helps you to resolve this problem. So this is where I tell you like a pre-planned routes. These are, you do a lot of back office optimization, and it can be shared with your field teams. And you know, once you have built this route, you can share this onto your portal. Mobile clients can connect, download, and use them. Or they can just simply log on into RGS Online and use it. And you can see my Pro 2.5 to server online, all of these things can now share a route layer as an item on my RGS Online and Enterprise. And towards that, my mobile apps or the RGS custom runtime mobile apps can also be used in, or you can build your own desktop app for this. And this is how it actually does it. You have a network data set built in, you connect to a server portal, and then once from there, it can be shared to your map viewers, to a REST and Pro. That's how the entire things happens. So benefit of this is, you know, you actually improvise and gain a lot of efficiency with it. And you can also increase based on the scenarios, you can add intelligence to it. And communication becomes very simple to your vendor. This is the route. Now you come out with the price. This actually helps the government organization to predefine the routes, and they are very clear on what the vehicle can travel, what is the travel time, and what is the buffer time to it. Beyond it, That's where the penalties were also being added on to the customers, because this is a very, very precious commodity which cannot be missed. Because a delay of at least 15 to 20 minutes could actually spoil the entire milk consignment. So that becomes a very key to it. And this is how this has helped. And there could be many other examples for VRP. It's not only that, it could be like, agencies who are actually planning to drop their employees back to at various places. They need to bring them based on the load of all those things. So that's how the VRP actually helps with it. I'll ask my colleague, Mayuri, to actually use this as an online service. So here I'm not providing her any route. I'm asking her to use the E3 online services and try to address how this can be, and she can be able to share it. Over to you, Mayur.
Thank you, Krishna. So far we have seen working with network dataset. What if you don't have a network dataset? Then ESRI Network Analyst facilitates you with online routing service. For this, you will get ESRI hosted Wall Street data as your base map to function network analysis toolbars on the fly. You can also make use of world traffic live data for a real-time analysis from your Living Atlas plugin. Like here, World Traffic Service, you can have it here. Say for example, you would like to navigate from Howrah Station to Dakshineshwar Kali Temple on a busy time of the day, and you would like to see the shortest navigation with real-time traffic. So here, Network Analyst toolbar, creating route will help you to have it. Like for here, I will have now incorporated my points as I have chosen in Kolkata, and I will add them in my layer. So once it is added, you can see here, now I would ask my software using the current time to create the best route. And it is creating the best route. It is using my internet speed because I am accessing ArcGIS Online account to have this on the fly. So see, this is the route now, and you can see the direction for, like it says, about 36 minutes in current time it will take. Suppose now you see a roadblock, okay? You see a roadblock and you want to know then what happens in your route. So here is the barrier. I see here is roadblock, also here is roadblock. And then I will give this to my software that please show me the alternate route, okay? And ESRI Network Analyst will help me to have this route. So I see the detour for an alternative route. And this is the route, okay? So what I see here, again I can check it takes now about 15 minutes more because it's the longest route. Okay, so this is how it helps the decision of routes. Further, you can share this with your ArcGIS Online account, and you can have it like route 2, summary is your Kolkata route, or maybe you can have it as your tags, but you can have it like Howrah Station to Dakshineshwar route. Sorry. And it will be stored in your root folder, and you can share it with everyone or in an organization as per your choice. You run it and it will create a route layer, okay? So that you can have it in, if you don't have the software, you still can have it in your ArcGIS Online. So this is a privilege, and you can have it from different devices. You can access it within your team members, and it takes a little time because it is actually accessing my ArcGIS Online account through internet speed. So it's creating there as a route layer, it is publishing. So you can see like how handy is this network analysis toolbar, and it takes just a while to have all the decisions ready for your work. Okay, yeah, see, now it's not yet completed, but once it is completed it will show. Okay, yeah, it's still running, yeah. Network analysis tools, yeah, completed. Once it is completed, you go to your ArcGIS Online account and you refresh your page just to see whether the content has come. See, it has come, and you click on it to see the layer published properly or not. Go to the map viewer to view it in a map, and yeah, see, this is showing the whole route. And so now you can access it with your mobile device, tabs, with just single sign on and share it within your teams. So yeah, this was pretty much today's software presentation, and I will definitely pass on to Krishna for further presentation. But before that, I would like to acknowledge and thank to my colleague and team, Krishna Rao, Vishal Sharma, Chandan Bhadra, and Imran Khan. Over to you, Krishna.
Now, moving further with that, in the field operations optimization, the same network analysis tool can actually help you doing territory designing. It can actually help you address the route planning, the operations, and post-route analysis. So that becomes your one complete workflow of this, of how the territory designing to route planning to operations can actually help it. So here in the territory design, you can see, you can decide your stops and field offices, stop assignment. So this is where you can see location allocation tool is actually working. So this is where you can field office location work zones, you can do it. And then the least cost path can come into this. You can do operations like rerouting, traffic speed, incidents. You can bring in or integrate weather impedances also onto it. You can do tracking and alerting based on this. You can get your mobile directions also along with the operations. You can also do a post route analysis. So whether this particular vehicle has performed well over the period of month when I was giving you this challenge, can it do all these analysis or not? So that's how the actual plan and the actual mileage in the reporting can also be generated. And we have also introduced a navigator for ArcGIS as a field app, which can actually work along with our field apps of Collector and Explorer. I hope you all people remember the earlier session when we did about the field apps. So that's a place where it can be actually used in. And it can be used along with it. And the beauty of Navigator for ArcGIS is we give you offline data sets for your use, so that, and these data sets get updated very frequently up to a quarter level, so that this routing issue can also be addressed in an offline mode if you are going to an areas where you may not have an access to a GPS or other stuff, or a Wi-Fi data connectivity available to that. So this is how it is actually works in for the navigator. Sorry. For the navigator for ArcGIS. So this is where an overall spectrum of network analysis comes through the ArcGIS technology. So for your route analysis, you can use our ArcGIS Pro, or you can use the Network Analyst for Server to address all your routing analysis issues. If you want to track on a real-time basis where the vehicle is and all of those things, you can even use our ArcGIS GeoVent extension. You want to do a data management part where the portal for ArcGIS can actually help you there, and we provide you various mobile apps, SDKs, and APIs for that. And you can also get your on the real-time updates using our operations dashboard where you can represent that. And we also have tools for route planning and all. Apart from this core network analysis tool, we have some of those advanced network route resolution ratios where basically you can use the LRS techniques to do this. where you are using the linear referencing or other scenarios to do it. And this kind of technologies can actually help you doing your pipeline referencing, your transportation analytics, and all of this. Due to the paucity of time, we will be showing you at that particular scenario in a different webinar. So this is where we would like to actually end today's session. I'm sure you would have liked it, but many of you would have also given a thought of, if I'm saying an RGS Online and I told you about the credit consumption, we would like to give you like what is the kind of credits when it gets consumed you are using our RGS Online. So if you are using service areas, it takes about 0.5 credit. For a closest facility, again, a 0.5 credit. Multi-vehicle route, if you are trying to do it, it's 1 credit per vehicle route. If you are doing a simple route, optimized route, you can do simple routes is very less, 0.005. It just connects origin destinations. Optimized route is 0.5. Again, location allocation is just 0.1 credit. And ODCM, where is there, it can actually cover this per input origin and destination pair. So like this, it can be done. So the beauty is when you're going to use this, we give you a ready-made highway data ready for you, and it can be straight away consumed into your applications of your desktop or onto your RGS Enterprise or through your JavaScript API and build your applications. So before we actually take up more questions, I would also like you all to please experience our 2023 user conference, which is becoming a virtual event. It is actually scheduled from July 13 to 16. You all can actually, people who are all there on current maintenance and can have access to our ISRI user conference live, and you can enjoy the international and learn what ISRI is coming up with many new events in the coming future. We would also encourage you to please start using our GeoNet community, and you can see the referral URL here. It's very simple, community.isri.com, communities India. You can follow this, you can post your questions, and there is a dedicated people of geospatial professionals who are looking at this site, and they will be responding to you apart from our various support and other channels which we have. And we also encourage all those people who want to actually make use and learn ArcGIS. So please go log on to your learn.rgs form, self-register, and you get a free access to RGS Online and 20 other apps until August 31st, 2020. So this, when I say free apps, it also includes RGS Pro, and many of those lessons you can do it. I see many questions today about, can this be demonstrated on RGS desktop? For you all, this is an answer. Please experience our RGS Pro. This is going to be the next desktop. It's already being a desktop. We argue all our customers to please switch over to RGS Pro. Who are all on current maintenance are eligible for RGS Pro. Please reach out to our support staff, or you can write to us so that we enable RGS Pro for you. So this is where I would like to end the session.